I have an idea. So this guy that's been talking smack about us, we should have him help build Kritala's funeral pyre and then just push them all out into the river at once. Brad can flaming arrow it. We take care of Kritala, we take care of this other guy, problem solved.
Is it a funeral pyre? What does the Viking boat funeral thing actually cost?
I think it's just called the Viking
not cost, but called.
I think
what does this cost? Right, yes, it's a real question.
Brass tacks.
How much is this going to cost? Kritala would want receipts.
Kritala would want the receipts.
Yes. Actually, I kind of think Kritala would think somebody either a fireball or an explosion from Mitch to set things alight, because pyro and ballyhoo are kind of his thing.
Well, that's a good point.
Those kind of feel like pyro to me.
I just want to back up for a moment. So Bill is proposing that he ask Grigori, the propagandist, to build the funeral boat Viking situation. And then the ruse is that then you shove it off into the river with him accidentally on it in addition to Kritala's corpse, and then Sirio shoots a fireball at it.
Accidentally is the key word there, Mike. Just remember that. Accidentally.
We are in government, so we really need to practice plausible deniability.
Yes.
And I think and compartmentalize, right?
It's always the cover-up that gets governments. It's never the initial mistake. It's always the cover-up.
Or as they say in the other place, follow the fish hooks, right?
Yes, that's right.
Like we could just
that's right. Down at the Isle of the Lizard King, there's going to be a fishhook party.
There's a trail
political
of
fishhook party instead of the Labor Party or whatever.
Dry could just not say anything to anybody but Jaethal. Jaethal could work it out, and then nobody's none the wiser. And then if it goes down, I'll just go down with it.
Bill, that is something that you can think about and that you and I can talk about. But I guess, we're touching on recap material here. You guys made it back to Fort Trand 6 hours before Sirio's set to turn into a wolf.
Yes.
And you get back with the corpse of Kritala and with your new friend, Julianus and Tomton. And instead of a wonderful open-armed reunion with your 300... now 400 citizens that live out here. Instead, you've got this Grigori propagandizing, on a soapbox, and he's taking you to task for a couple of things. So let's review. I wrote this down. He gave you shit for how the Kundal situation was handled. He accused you of harboring somebody else with lycanthropy, citing that you all had disappeared altogether at the last full moon. Even seemed to intimate that maybe you all have lycanthropy. He thinks you murdered a bunch of hags in a barn, but he thought they were women. He says you're neglectful toward your citizens. You didn't even build them houses at first, and facts are facts. And that he is calling upon the citizens to change the government type to democracy and elect Octavia. And Octavia looked highly uncomfortable when he said this. But you've noticed that she's become a popular fixture. Her being hot as death didn't really have anything to do with that. She's just genuinely a nice person, too.
We brought her into the story. We can bring her out.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know what kind of government you thought we were creating, Mike, but clearly it's not the one that you had envisioned.
I enjoy that you're narrating the story, bringing in somebody to bring conflict, but you felt like you need to stop in the middle and be like, "Oh, yeah, facts are facts."
Facts
you made
are
some
facts.
valid points.
Facts are facts, guys.
So I think we rejoin you guys as you're covered in muck.
Yeah, tired.
It's
fucking exhausted.
You're tired. You're totally tired. You're dirty. You're covered in everything. It's not snowing anymore, and they've done a pretty good job of clearing the snow out of Fort Trand, but it's cold outside still. And the people disperse, and Grigori wanders off into the crowd, or at least he's beginning to. God, we got a lot of things going on here. We got Kritala's corpse. We got all kinds of stuff. What do you do?
I want to.
And tonight's a full moon.
I'm going to grab Chris real quick, or I'm going to grab Syria real quick. I'm going to be like, hey, can you get everybody back here? Just start telling everybody to stay. You have something to say. And real quick, work it out. Be like, hey, we're going to take a few days and bury our friend. So the government's going to be closed down for 5 days. So if you're going to need anything after that.
Oh, that's going to go over real well.
I don't give
You're closing the government for 5 days?
Yeah.
No, we're about to take our kingdom turn.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. We need to
And I think last time we did mention
Donnie.
that Gregory is going to. He's like same time, same place next week. And I mean,
That's right.
Syrio did.
So we can address him at that point.
Let him know there'd be a debate.
I've
Might
An
be
epic rap
later.
battle. Yeah.
Yeah, a rap battle. A debate.
It's a wrap off.
It's a wrap-off. So, it's a wrap-off. There is a fight propaganda downtime activity that you can take during kingdom turns. You want to hear about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
In
sounds
order
great.
to fight Grigori's propaganda, you can spend a day working to fight against Grigori's efforts to spread rumors, misinformation, disinformation, propaganda, etc. against your kingdom. You can use deception to fight with fire by slandering him, or redirecting his efforts in a way that backfires on him, or you can use diplomacy to convince citizens that the kingdom's leaders are making the right choices and have the nation's best interests at heart. You can also use intimidation to try to frighten Grigori out of town, or to make citizens wary about speaking out against the government.
I like this.
That's
So, this is something that we can deal with during kingdom turns. So really, when it comes to the Grigori situation, I see three options. I see dealing with him through downtime, kingdom turns. You can kill him, but you'd think it'd be super easy. And, but there's consequences for the kingdom. But that might be, but there's also consequences for the kingdom if you can't debate them, And the third thing is that we could have a rap battle here in a subsequent episode.
We
Now
just
I'm
challenge
for
him to
option
a
3.
duel. Can I challenge him to a duel?
He would not accept. He's a pudgy
probably
little man.
level 1 or minus
He doesn't
1.
have a class level.
All right. So as far as tonight goes, we have to figure out something to do with the king.
Yeah, we got 6 hours to figure that
So
out.
Og would probably be somewhat subtle about this, but he would, again, he's maybe not, well, I guess he's put it together, right? He
Is
knew.
he subtle?
Yeah, he'll be okay, that's a good point. But like, hey guys, nobody around here knows me, so if like somebody was going to be a werewolf and needed somebody to be watched, like I don't know that anybody would miss me. I'm just saying.
Hypothetically, if there were a werewolf in the party, I could watch him tonight.
We could.
And I
we
think
could
Mitch
use,
would pick up on this and be like, and kind of go over, just like, you put that together, huh?
I want to know
Like,
how
what do
he
you know?
together?
What do you know? What do you know and how do you know?
Because if he
Well,
put it
it's
together,
pretty
other
obvious,
people,
Mitchell.
everybody else put it together. Well, not everybody else, but what I'm saying,
And he then because I'm not smart enough to do it, but he'll walk you through the things that he noticed, saw, behaviors, and it'll you don't know if you don't think he's blowing smoke.
Yeah, and I'm a little curious. Og, have you ever seen someone transform before?
Have I? I don't know, Mike. Do you think he has? No, never have. Just read about it.
Well, you're about to witness something
Mitch will,
amazing.
It's pretty intense. Yeah, Mitch, if you can
Yeah,
just pull out your Yule
You're not turning
sketchbook.
him off. This
Yeah, I've
idea.
got the-
You're actually exciting him.
I'll
more.
give him, I'll show him like the pages in my notebook that kind of go through like when we documented it last time and be like, this is
The notebook. Yeah.
this is kind of the price of that dagger. It's like your secrecy on this, or that kukri is your secrecy
yeah.
on this. And
Yeah.
if you want to help, it seems like you've got the knowledge base that could really be an asset.
Yeah, he is. He's all about it.
Brad and I can do what we do best. Me and Mitchell can go out drinking.
But here's like, I'm nervous about, I don't know. Like, I feel like, cause he was barely contained the last time. So Mitch is like to put an unknown person, kind of still a little bit of a stranger, like in charge of supervising the
I mean,
transformation.
I can take Og out drinking, or you could take Og out drinking, and I could stay with the king. I just think that Og has a point that nobody's going to notice if he's missing, because
Right,
nobody
that's a
knows
good
who he
point.
is. You and I are local celebrities, we'll say.
Yeah, I think if you go out and make a scene, right? Not in a
Like if I go out
way,
and
but,
punch that dude in the mouth,
We'll start
We're
a bar
talking-
fight.
Well,
I'll go-
you're leaving a nice tip for the person, the barkeep, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they came in and like good stuff, good
Yeah.
publicity.
Okay.
I
I'm
just
for
say that Brad and I go out drinking and we follow the shit talking guy around long enough to where he says something that deserves to get him punched, and then he gets
Do you
punched.
think he's going out to bars?
Do any of our NPCs know
What's he gonna
about
do, sleep in his
lycan-
mud hut?
lycanthropy?
I don't think you've revealed to any of your NPCs that Sirius got lycanthropy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can bring
So
all
say
them
you
with
missed
us.
Harry might have an inkling since he was kind of with us and
Yeah.
Part of the Condal.
You know
thing.
what? Harim knows.
Okay,
Yeah,
can we
he's
use
gotta know.
Harim as like a messenger, like kind of an in-between, like to come and like, if something goes wrong, Og needs to stay with the king, but like Harim needs to come and get us. Yeah.
Or at least one of us.
So you're going to station Og and Harim in the
there need to be at least
jail
two
with
people.
Syria.
Yeah, there needs to be a pair.
Okay.
Identical cousins. I can't think of two more alike people to hang out. Sorry, Bill.
Was that the Danny DeVito? Well, you're both short though, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Can't be the Arnold
So
Danny
Harim's
combo.
got those two changeling babies in his baby Bjorns. He's got those two kids, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He and his Grotus followers. And he's like, yes, here. Fatusha, will you come take the children? And another woman comes in. Fatusha comes and takes the children.
Fatusha.
Yeah, Fatusha's her name. Oh, thank you. They're very precocious. That's what he says. Sorry.
Harim doesn't even have to come get us. They could just put something outside, like hang an extra lantern at the door or whatever.
Or just come screaming out of there in terror.
The king's a werewolf!
That would do it.
Okay.
What's the signal? Oh, Jesus!
Oh, Jesus, that's the signal.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus!
So Sirio and Harim and Og go into the keep. And I thought about doing something else. I don't know what it is with me and making shit up, but I became inspired to put like a couple, like a drunk tank down there with a couple like prisoners that you have to let go now. Like, I thought about doing that, but you know what? Let me roll for it.
Okay.
See. Is
Or
there anyone in the jail right now?
can we just leave him locked in with the king?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did they do?
There's no one in the jail right now.
Okay.
No one in the jail.
Because I was going to vote for just throw Ciro in the cell with him and see what happens.
That's an option. Okay. So Og, you go down, you're getting to know Harim a little bit. Og, you like everybody. I'm not sure you like Harim.
I love Harim.
But Harim is talking to you and stuff, getting to know you. We don't need to play that out. But you're with Sirio. Sirio, you get installed into the same cell as before, and the door shuts, and you find yourself sitting on that same bench, wearing a pair of pants, and that's it. And Harim and Og sit down to wait out the night. Let's hear about the bros going out on the town. This is what I'm more interested in.
No,
I want to talk. I want to talk about Mitch and Dry grabbing a few brews somewhere. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Jubilost and his gnomes, Dundee Sundries becomes a bodega that serves alcohol at night.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's what has so Narthrople's behind the bar with a couple of the little gnomes. They're all on little step stools, and they're importing beer, man. And there's the beginnings of like a service economy happening here. And like there's a lot of people that show up to this, and you guys walk into this tavern. It's a tavern. It's Dundee Sundries, the tavern. Dundee Sundries Nights. What do you do? And Nights is spelled with 3 Z's at the end. Dundee Sundries Nights.
How many people are in there?
30, 35.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna walk
It's
up.
pretty packed.
I'm gonna walk up with a stack of gold pieces and set them on the bar. And I'm gonna tap the room and I'm gonna be like, "Drinks on us. We've been gone for a while. It's time for us to treat the crowd."
The
Everyone's
first,
like, woo!
first drink, like Mitchell, get silence and just hold it up, like for Kratala.
For Kritala. Yes, you're holding up your glass, Mitch. You go to Kritala. What do you say?
So like, I'm imagining like everyone's just kind of silent and kind of standing around.
Some guy in the back's like, wait, Kritala died? What?
Yeah, for those who haven't heard, we lost Kratala in battle against evil. He went down bravely, as no doubt you could expect from someone of his character. He was rambunctious, he was great, he was loud, but he was a lot of other things. He thought that if he could see it, then he could do it. If he could believe it, there's nothing to it. He was a Strix. He believed he could fly. he believed he could touch the sky. He'd think about it every night and day. He'd spread his wings and just fly away.
Just fly away.
I believe he could soar.
Okay, you're gonna keep going. Okay, I'm sorry, keep going.
I'd see him running through that open door.
Okay.
He'd believe he could fly. He'd believe he could fly.
He believed he could fly.
I believe I can fly.
And then Mitchell
That was amazing.
down his drink.
So when you were doing this, great, whatever you call it, which drink were you on?
That was probably third or fourth at that
Third,
point.
fourth.
I like how Mitchell is. Here's what I'm picturing. Okay, so everyone's into your speech, right? And then when you begin repeating, he believed he could fly, and you say it like 3 or 4 times there at the end, people are beginning to lose interest very quickly.
Yeah, so anyway.
And like you finish your stanzas, and there's like a smattering of applause, but then the whole room erupts. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then it dies down, and you hear somebody that was trying to whisper. They were talking loud so people could hear, but the crowd died. And so you just scream, so he fell? And because of the fly thing, like they were very confused and they get embarrassed.
How'd he fall?
What happened?
How'd he die? He fell? What was he trying to fly for?
Did he jump off a building?
I want to hear what Lindsay has to say about Kurtala.
Well, I was going to say, Lindsay, so she's there. She's playing a
she's with
kazoo
us too.
tonight.
Yeah.
Kazoo.
And she hears the lyrics, and she begins writing the melody that would obviously go with these bars, and she begins playing R. Kelly's song.
I believe I can fly.
And then like the gnomes are like doing the background. I can fly, How
old is
like
Lindsay? Can we just cover that real quick?
What? How old is she?
How old is she?
She's about 39.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, but she's feeling it, man. It's soulful.
So she'd be a
And
fan of R.
she's-
Kelly, but the reverse wouldn't necessarily be true.
Yes.
Is what we're saying. Okay.
Oh, I see.
No-
An R.
no
Kelly
remix.
joke, yeah, I forgot about that with him. So let me try to recenter myself for a moment after that. Brad, nice job.
She be running through that open door. How do I know all the words of that song?
I don't know, Bill.
It's on the
enough.
Space Jam soundtrack. It's great.
Okay.
That's probably
It
valid.
was on the Space Jam soundtrack. Okay.
This is good
Dry.
stuff.
Colmay.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about where you're at with talk to me.
He's in a weird spot right now. He lost another friend. The king's going through something that he can't be there to help him through. He's with his buddy Mitch though, ready to get blacked out. Like he's excited about him and Mitch getting drunk in the city. Not so excited about what it's going to be like in the morning when he wakes up, but I mean that is what it is. Mentally he's in a very, very weird spot. Like he's just confused. The confusion I think comes from how many people is it worth losing to build this kingdom? I think that's where he's at.
It's 3 now.
Well, and Chris
Well, I
is,
guess you didn't know
and in
this.
his brain, Chris is the king's a question mark. Like, because we haven't even started to try to cure him yet. We don't know if
Right.
it's possible. We just keep hearing that it is.
Your expedition to find Wolfsbane was a failure. You didn't find it,
Yeah.
and now he's back in the prison, and people are suspecting. So everyone in the bar is jamming out to R. Kelly, and everyone's having a good time. Things are getting rowdy. Sometimes the night begins to taper off a little bit, but it's pretty clear that Grigori has some people that he's convinced to believe that you're bullshit, but for the most part, no. I mean, this is your fucking kingdom. Everybody loves you. They all moved here to be with you guys. You guys rock. So everybody is kind of kumbaya-ing it. You know, you've all got your arms around each other. You're all singing together. Everyone's having a good time. And the bar is getting more and more full. And Dry Colmay feels like a hand on his like midsection. And he looks down, and it's one of Narthrople's gnomes. It's not Narthrople himself, but it's one of those gnomes that you guys saved, you know, last month, you know, in that river area. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of looking up at you and like grabbing onto your like little overcoat. He's got like wide eyes. It's loud in the room, and his mouth is moving. And he's talking, but you can't hear him. He's like trying to tell you something.
I'm going to ask him if he wants to step outside and talk to me. Be like, hey, let's go outside.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, so you say that to him, and he shakes his head, and he begins to try to talk to you again, and then he slumps kind of forward, and you catch him, and your hand comes away, and it's covered in blood.
Oh, fuck.
And as he falls face first onto the floor of Dundee Sundries Knights, you can see that there is a dagger sticking out of his back.
Oh,
that's not supposed to be
I am
there.
going to just scoop him up off the floor and set him on top of the bar as fast as I can. Look, man, I'm trying to save this guy.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Yeah. Narthrople's like, Aquarius, what's going on with my gnomish friend Aquarius?
I'll explain what happened.
The music stops, and the bar erupts in screams. As
Brad, do you have
everybody
any...
begins running around and clearing out.
Now, is this
I have a
gnome
health potion.
dead or is he dying?
He's dead.
Well, that sucks.
Mitchell, come over and look at the dagger. Is it still stuck in him?
Yes.
Can I look around the room and see if there's anything suspicious at all? Like,
roll a perception check.
Okay. I'm going to take a -3 on this because I'm shit-faced.
Yeah.
That's not even cool.
That's amazing.
I rolled a 17, so that's really a 14 plus 11. So 26?
I get like a 21.
Okay. 26, 21. You don't see anyone looking shifty. There doesn't seem to be any looks or anything that you're getting or that anyone's getting that would seem to make you think that anyone in the bar is suspicious. Everyone's just kind of running out and clearing out. A couple people are standing around trying to help. Narthrople has begun like trying to do like chest compressions and medicine. He's trying to save his friend, and like he's dead, right? So Mitchell, that's what you see. Dry, you take a look at the dagger sticking out of his back. You look at the hilt of it, and you think back to your night hunting black tears with Jathel, and it is a black tear dagger.
Oh, that's a second time.
And I don't see anybody black tearish.
Not in this bar, but then you hear the ram's horn being blown as Amiri raises the alarm in the settlement.
Well, let's see how good we can fight drunk, Mitchell.
You get a +3 if it was whiskey, I think.
I was going to say, yeah, starting isn't going to be a problem.
Am I drinking bourbon and tequila? Because I should get like a +10.
Dude, I mean, think about like where we're at. The liquor is going to be gross. Like it's going to be swill.
Yeah, you're drinking
like fermented horse piss.
I feel like sometimes I operate better when I'm drunk.
Let's cut away from this. Let's cut away from Dundee Sundries Knights for a moment. Back down to the jail cell. Og, Harim, Sertova, down together there. Sirio, you've not begun to change yet, but you hear the horn being blown. You know what it means. Well, you don't know that it's black tears, but you know that something's going on. What do you do?
So yeah, kind of in Sirio's mind, I'm thinking. I don't really have the anticipation kind of butterflies anymore because I've already gone through it, but don't remember it. So there's like nothing really to anticipate. And then hearing that horn, I know it's like the rally horn, right?
Yeah.
But I know when the moon comes up, it's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna ask Kareem if he can quickly. I know he can't, his speed's kind of low, but as quick as he can, go see what the commotion is.
Right away. And he darts off.
Because he knows what the horn is, too.
Totally.
Yeah.
What about Og, Julianus, and Tomten?
He is asking, what's that horn for? Who blows that horn? Where's he going? He's asking all sorts of questions.
What key is that in?
He's very excited. He's not sure why, but he is very excited.
Yeah, so I quickly give him the Amiri download of Barbarian Strong Lady stuff.
Yeah.
And he says, well, he's willing to stay here. He's willing to go. He's kind of asking what do you want me to do?
He stays.
He asks you what to do, Syria.
Really? I mean, as long as I'm secure in here, I could transform. And really, it's up to you if you want to go out and see what's going on or watch this transformation.
You said I could transform, and as you said, I could transform, and your speech is interrupted.
Uh-oh.
And you fall down to the bottom. You fall down to the floor. And the transformation begins. We know that this thing is going to happen pretty quick. So Og, he's kind of giving you kind of a, he's starting to talk to you about options. But the final point that he was going to make with you is gone. And Og, Julianus, and Tomten has a decision to make.
Yeah. So I just want to point out that my first real action as using this PC was to split the party. So, and I don't know how am I on my next character already? Let me. So can he look and see like how sturdy he thinks the bars of this cage are?
Yeah,
this enclosure.
yeah. Make a crafting check.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
You would also have a ton of information in that notebook from Mitch.
Yeah.
About the previous.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus to the crafting check.
What's the bonus?
I'll give you a +2 from Mitchell's notes.
It'll be a
And compare the force that you know will happen to the bars.
6, 7, and what was my bonus?
+2.
+2. Okay, so yeah, 8. So 19.
Yeah, I mean, you're confident it'll hold. You get a look at the cell design, and it seems to you like Sirio is locked in, but you think that like you could open it even without a key if you wanted to, pretty easily.
Oh, wow. So it's not locked right now?
Well, it's locked, but
Oh, okay.
like you could get it open.
You could force it relatively easily if you wanted.
Right. But from the inside, it's very secure. It's just that the lock is rudimentary.
I got
You
you.
can only open it from the outside.
Okay, understood. I don't think Og would really grasp like the horn is a big deal. And I think he would be more concerned about something happening to the king, to Sirio. So I think he's going to stay right where he's at.
And it's all
Well, Hurry might come back.
probably
Yeah.
watching that is keeping him pretty enthralled.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of feel like his reaction to this may be different than others.
Okay. So he stays.
Yeah.
We're going to cut back to Dry and Mitchell. You guys run out of Dundee Sundries nights, out into the cool night air. Slight snowfall, but no wind. And Dry, you're kind of transported back to that night, however many months ago, but maybe almost a year ago, at the Eldori Manor. Roving bands of black tears appear to be running amok throughout your kingdom.
Oh, Buzz Dry's gonna love this. He
You're looking around, and unfortunately, there's like 2 or 3 dead citizens kind of in the streets. Most have run. People are leaving. They're barricading themselves in their homes. And as a glint in the night, off to your right, about 100 yards away, unmistakable, Jathel is in the midst of fighting like 3
I'm in.
black tears.
I'm just gonna hit the door. I'm gonna see her. I'm just gonna go hoot, and I'm just gonna fucking take off running.
Man, all
It's
right. What about you,
fucking
Mitchell?
on.
Mitchell stumbles out the door, still has a bottle in his hand, sees Dry go sprinting off, throws his bottle to the ground. put out a fist for a bump and mumble, "United Front, let's do this." And kind of remember,
Creetala's gone though. Oh.
And so, like, put sword in hand, armor's on. Let's get some work done. Like, go probably assess to see if Dry's heading in a good area to fight these things off, or if there's somewhere else that'd be more useful.
I don't even think Dry assessed anything. He's half buzzed and saw a fight and was like, "Fucking, let's go."
You guys want to have a little skirmish?
Fuck yeah, I do.
I thought it was just going to be an RP skirmish.
Nope. Nope.
It's going to actually
There's
require
stakes.
dice rolling.
Yeah.
Are we taking a penalty for intoxication?
I think so. I don't think we're that drunk.
That's up to you.
I'll just use it as an excuse for my shitty rolling.
Brad, you're rolling.
Would that
You're
be a
rolling as a
stupefy,
penalty.
or would that be a...
I think it'd be a stupefy.
Wait.
Point of order, where this particular fight may be happening. How far away is that from where Og and Sirio are?
It's not far.
Like
They'll
90 feet.
probably hear it.
Yeah, it's like a block. The town's one
Yeah, it's
block.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the town's block.
60 to 90 feet was my guess. 3 move actions to get there.
Okay, ignore some of the terrain on this.
It's the hairball map again.
My favorite map.
I know. Yeah, I just needed to whip this together, but
This map's from the 70s.
Whoa.
yeah. So you run up. Jaethal is engaged with 3 black tiers, and she's in the midst of a fight with them. Their initiative's already been rolled and everything, but I need Dry and Mitchell to roll right now.
It's a 19 on the die. 30.
Nice.
14 for Mitch.
Do you want to borrow my dice?
That was a good roll. That was over
What's
5.
Dry's total?
30.
What?
It's a perception split.
You have an 11 perception?
Yeah.
Fucking cheater.
Dry Colmay, with a 30 on the die, it is your turn. You are, I don't know, at this point about 40, 50 feet away. I will say your bow is out, and Jaethal is fighting with her scythe against 3 black tiers. What do you do?
I'm sending Hoot. I'm going to command Hoot into his support role. On C.
Flying and Hoot toward Cutthroat C, it looks like. Is that true?
Yes, it is. And I'm going to...
Flank.
Oh, sorry. Flank. So I'm going to send Hoot, and then I'm going to hunt prey. Dry's going to hunt prey on the villain C, Carl, I think it's probably his name.
That's a different Walking Dead guy.
Carl.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna shoot
Okay.
with that to 30.
30.
Jesus.
I don't know.
It's a hit, but not a crit.
Oh,
Wow.
These guys are stacked.
Yeah. These guys are a little different than what you fought at level 1. So let's get some damage.
They all wield crossbows and look like they're pissed off all the time.
19.
Short swords and short bows on these guys.
19, Mike.
19 damage.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that'll work. Oh, and Hoot reacts to this,
Hoot
and we'll put the
blind.
bleed on and makes
Dazzled.
C dazzled.
Yes.
Dazzled.
Nice. It is A's turn. And Cutthroat A is going to attempt a feign on Jaethal. And will succeed. So Jaethal will go flat-footed. And then, as its second action, short sword attack. Let's see, that's going to barely hit her. And so we're going to get some sneak attack damage on Jaethal. Because these guys are roguish. 13 damage to Jaethal. Not an insubstantial hit. The Cutthroat is going to go again and will miss that final attack. It's now Cutthroat B's turn. B flanks Jaethal with C. So Cutthroat B is just going to go to town with this short sword, and it's going to miss the first one, unfortunately. The second one will hit, though. So Jaethal's going to take another hit, and that's going to be, oh dear, 16 damage from that. So just like that, Jathel's taken 29 points of damage as these cutthroats are cutting her down. And you get the feeling that if you hadn't intervened at this moment, you might have lost Jathel. Third attack, almost a natural 20, but it is going to miss. That takes us to Jathel. So Jathel is going to target Cutthroat B that just cut her, and she's going to swing that scythe around, and she will hit. So she'll do 12 damage to B. She's going to go again, subject to the multiple attack penalty. She's going to miss that one, and with her third action, she's going to intimidate C. With an intimidating glare, she'll roll that, and that will hit. So C will go to frightened 1.
Hell yeah.
And that takes us to C, who is frightened. With frightened, applying a modifier, -1 modifier to his attack. He'll actually miss that first one against Jathel. Natural 20 on the second one. So that is going to be a heavy hit.
Michael, he's dazzled.
She's dazzled.
He's got
Okay.
the flat check.
Let me thank you. Let me roll that. He passes concealment.
Okay.
So the natural 20 goes through on this. Okay. Ooh, boy.
We did give him a name.
Yeah. Jathel goes to dying 2.
What?
Jathel goes to dying too?
Jathel goes to dying 2.
Shit.
He plunges that dagger. Yeah. So she was not wounded, right? So she just goes to dying 2. She'll get put before C in the order, which she already was. Mitchell, beautiful bow shot from Dry Colmay coming in toward these cutthroats. You run up. What do you do?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
C takes a tick of damage.
Oh, roll that bleed damage. D4.
Nice job.
That's a 2.
Okay. Okay. Good. Let me roll a DC 15 flat check to see if the bleed goes away. It does not go away. And C's dazzled goes away. Oh, wait, did I roll the dazzled on the natural 20?
You did,
versus
yes.
Jathel?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay.
You did. You
All
pass
right.
concealment.
Mitchell, you're drunk.
Yeah, Mitchell's drunk, and he never reconfigured his armor back to having more speed, so he is slow AF right now, and he doesn't have the action economy to get there and do anything, so he's going to take the best path he can. Going to take a run, wide looping arc to
right down Main Street, Fort Train.
Right, yeah, just trudging down, like not in a straight line, like definitely zigzagging a little bit, grimacing more than anything. And is going to be able to get Cutthroat A into a flank with Hoot.
I see that.
And that's the end of his turn.
Nice. Is that your whole turn?
That's it, man. 3 actions. That's what I had to. Yeah, I wasn't able to get in the range.
Just drunkenly trudging down Main Street. Okay. Round 2, Dry Colmay.
We're going to shoot at C until he goes away. 22 hit?
Yes.
Nice. It's not a crit, though.
No.
Correct.
Roll high.
Can either of you save Jathel?
Nope.
I got
I've
healing,
got a
I got healing
potion.
pots I can dump in her mouth.
Yeah.
She's undead.
Fuck!
Well, she better ace those recovery checks.
Where's
better ace that recovery
Hareem? Where's
Hareem?
Hareem?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's on his way.
Hareem is on his way.
Yeah. I mean, he's really fast. Faster than Mitch.
Mike.
It's true.
12 damage. Okay.
There we go. Do some work.
He's looking rough.
Hit him again. Do a multi-shot.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Do a multi-shot.
Sting shot. Arcane shot.
Can I do concussive shot?
Why don't you put up your sting yet?
That's
Come
a
on.
miss. Just going for the
Shit.
natural 20. Come on. Nope. That's it.
Zero check it. Zero check it.
No. I'm going to have to zero check to save your life.
I think Dry Colmay has the 0 condition, doesn't he?
No.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he does.
We'll say the 0 check's in play. I really don't remember whether it got resolved with Dry Colmay.
I mean, you
Okay.
can slap it on me.
Yeah, you want me to do it?
Why not? I mean, if we don't,
Let's do it.
Roll for
Well,
it. Roll for it.
let's roll for
You
it.
want me
Yeah.
to roll for it?
Roll for it.
All right. Evens, I resolve it on him. Odds, I don't. I resolve it on him.
Yay.
What do I roll? What do I roll? D8?
Start with the
D12.
right?
D12? 3.
Where is anybody that we know?
It's just us, man.
You think maybe other people are off fighting other battles? This is a whole thing going on right now. There's the other cutthroats. Other than
This is the battle you ran towards. I just want to throw that out there.
That's fine.
All right. That is a lesser misfortune, so we need a D100 roll.
Well, I can do that. 83.
83. Scrolling. Oh, you're dumbstruck. Struck by lightning and suffer 1d4 per level electricity damage. No save. No save.
No save.
That's a minor?
1d4 for what's a minor?
So 5d4, huh?
Jesus.
Fuck,
can do
Chris.
Hey,
See how this goes.
Yeah.
I don't know where this lightning's coming from.
13 damage to dry.
That's
That's not bad.
You guys are fine.
It's like the second time he's taken damage.
You guys are fine.
Shut up, Brad.
It's going to take us to Cutthroat A, who whirls around toward Mitchell, and he's going to faint versus you. Oh, yeah, that's an 18 on the die, man. That's going to be a success. You go flat-footed as to this Cutthroat, who then brings that short sword around versus you, natural 20.
Fuck off.
I will not.
Try, Mitch are going to die out here in the middle of the street drunk.
All right, so it's normally this guy does a d6 plus 6, but he's getting sneak attack damage because you're flat-footed, so that's 2d6 plus 6. A crit's going to be 4d6 plus 12.
4d6 plus 12.
Sneak attack gets doubled. Whoa.
Jesus.
16 damage.
Okay, that's not bad.
Wait, plus 12.
Shit,
Hang on.
that's bad. 28.
Yeah, 28 damage. 28 damage as you get stabbed in the kidney by this guy. He's going to follow it up with another attack. Natural 4. He will miss that. And it's B's turn. And B runs up behind Mitchell into the flank with Mitch. Second action attack. It's a natural 20.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
It's a natural 20, I said. How you doing on HP all of a sudden? Did you just survive the depths of Candlemere to get stuck in the back by a black tier assassin?
Yep, I think that may have
Pretty
just
low
happened.
damage roll, actually. 20 damage to Mitchell on that one.
Okay.
Big heckin' hit. Jesus, I guess Jathel needs to make a recovery check at this point. I will roll that for her. She's got a DC 11 recovery check that she's going to make, and she passes that with a 19 on the die. So Jathel stabilizes on the ground.
Thank
She's
God.
good.
She would go to dying 1.
She goes to dying 1. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so she's not out of the woods yet. She didn't crit it. Yeah, so she goes to dying 1. Okay, and it's Cutthroat C's turn, and C is going to take 2 actions, and he's going to run toward Dry Colmay. Yeah, he can make it. He's exactly 50 feet away from Dry.
Then he can't make
So he
it.
runs toward Dry, and with his third action,
You can't
short
move through
sword.
Hoots. You can't move through Hoot Square like that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Come on, dude.
Come on, bro.
Oh,
He can tumble through.
He can tumble through.
if he tumbled through, he'd still be moving half speed, though. I can't make you in 2 actions. I gotta take 3. So he just moves 3 actions towards Dracolme. That's his entire turn. Mitchell, you're up.
Well, Mitch is surrounded right now.
He's flanked, remember that.
Yep. Mitch is surrounded, and Mitch is going to Mitch, and he's going to explode.
Damn. No. My guys.
It's 5d6, and I think basic reflex saves. That is going to...
I like the sound of 5d6 hitting
That's
the table.
nice.
Yes, it is
It
a
is
good
nice,
solid
isn't it?
sound.
It's good when we're rolling all that many dice compared to the GM.
Yes.
I will tell you what, I got a crit failure on B, and I got a regular failure on A.
Yay.
Which is highly unlikely for them. They're both very reflexive.
Oh.
But I rolled like dog shit.
Finally. That's 15 damage.
Okay. So B is going to take 30 damage. having already taken 12 damage. Whoa. Okay. I will tell you this. 42 HP down is enough. And B is obliterated.
Holy shit.
Am I correct that B took 12 damage?
Yeah, from Jathil.
From the scythe.
Yep.
From the scythe. Okay. Yeah. B goes down. A will take all 15, and that's the first damage he's received. Goodness. You got an action left, Mitch. Oh, do you need to make an unstable check?
Oh, yeah, thank you, I do. Let's see if I can do any more unstable actions. Oh, natural 20. I'm going to do it again. If I live. I'm going to tamper with A's weapon.
Okay. Nice. Okay, make a crafting check.
A crafting check. That is a 24.
That's a success.
Nice.
A success.
That's a good turn, Mitchell.
And that does a -2 to his next attack.
Okay. Remind me of that if and when we come back to this battle, but I need to turn away from this for a moment. I need to go back to Og and Sirio. Og, over about the last 45 seconds, before this battle broke out that Mitch and Dreyer, and we're going to back up in the timeline a little bit, and you watch with maybe some horror and curiosity as Sirio turns into a werewolf. And he is throwing himself against the bars, doing all that stuff we talked about before, already kind of beginning to hurt himself a little bit. And but there are flashes of moments where he like makes eye contact with you, not as an animal would, but as a person, a sentient person would. I'm sorry, let me say that again. Not as an animal would, but as like a self-aware person would. Meanwhile, I need you to make a perception check.
All right. Ooh. That's not great. That is going to be a 14.
14, you said?
Yeah.
There's a stairway back behind you leading down to this like kind of half basement level where this jail cell is, and you hear heavy boots coming down the stairs. Doesn't sound like Harim to you. You don't know who it is, but they're coming. What do you do?
I'm going to try to hide in the shadow. There's a shadow somewhere I can kind of, get out of sight.
Yes, it's relatively dark down here. It's really just candlelight, maybe a couple of torches. There is a bench, and you think you could work yourself under that bench and hide in the shadows. Make a stealth check.
That is going to be 25 total.
Okay, good. So you conceal yourself down there, and you are able to have a line of sight on where the stairway terminates, and you watch as a black tear, roguish cutthroat walks through, and also you see a woman that's in metal armor. It's undoubtedly her boots falls that you heard coming down the stairs. And she's alongside this cutthroat, and they're talking, and the woman says, "Let's see what they have down here." Let me show you a picture. She's got some gnarly looking armor on.
Yeah.
She's got these like spiked pauldrons.
There's like a giant chain hanging off like her, like a belt. Like,
yeah, she's got some accessory chains.
Yeah, she's got some accessory chains. She wields this gigantic two-handed axe. She's got red hair. And I don't know that Og would have any way of knowing this, but I'm just going to have a little fun with you guys and tell you, this is Volodmira's older sister, Shiva.
No way.
Yeah, This is Volodmira's older sister, Shiva, who is coming down the steps, walking down into the jail, talking to this cutthroat, saying to herself, "Let's see what they have down here."
That's badass.
Yeah.
Og, they're human. Just saying.
Yeah.
But there's two of them, one of you, and you got the king in a cell who is a werewolf. And Sirio sees them coming down the hall and immediately begins throwing himself against the bars. And the two of them continue approaching, and they stand side by side, and they begin talking to each other. They don't seem to see you, Og. And Shiva, who you don't know that's her name, but Shiva says to the other one, I knew they were hiding us down here. What do you do?
How far away are they from the cage? The bars?
They're standing probably about 5 feet back. I mean, they're standing there just watching Sirio.
I'm going to try to run up behind them and push Shiva as hard as I can into the door and see if I can push her into be in the cage with Sirio.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? Like you want to like try to get the door open somehow?
I want to push her into the door.
So you can grab her.
Bust it open and push it, or push her up against the bars. Yeah, at least if I can't push her through the door.
You said it was pretty easy to open from the outside.
Yeah, you said earlier they were pretty easy to push open. So
yeah, you don't think that the bars are too close together for his fists to get through. Like you don't.
Okay.
You don't.
Are
Yeah,
they
sure.
standing in front of the door of the cage?
They're standing near it. Yeah, Shiva is like probably 5 feet diagonal away from the door.
How hard would I have to push her into the door of the cage for it to pop open, and there be a werewolf on the other side?
Well,
so he can cast Mage Hand.
He can cast Mage Hand?
Mm-hmm.
You think that you could... I mean, you think you could probably cast Mage Hand from under the bench and open the door.
Okay, that's what he does.
Oh, I like this.
Is he
I like where
flanked?
this is going.
Are they going to be flanked by the gnome under the table and the werewolf king? Because that's a whole book. That's a whole sci-fi book right there. The gnome under the table and the werewolf king.
The gnome
that is.
Yeah. So let's have a little fun. Let's have a little homebrew. Sirio, I want you to go to master in unarmed strikes with an unarmed strike that does a D12 plus 5.
Oh my god!
And when is he?
This is so fucking cool.
Does he have the bite that can change him?
Fuck yeah, he does.
Of course he does.
Of course.
This is gonna be so awesome.
Dude, what we need to, how this needs to play out is he needs to bite one of them, stick them in the cage, and then when he comes through, he can be like, "We caught the werewolf."
Well, we'll see if there are any survivors. So you begin incanting from beneath the bench. You're in darkness. Nobody can see you. You watch as the latch of the jail door slowly lifts up, and Shiva and the cutthroat watch it happen, and Shiva steps forward to try to stop this, but of course it's too late, and the door swings open, and werewolf Sirio becomes face to face with Shiva, and the cutthroat is like looking around and is unsure what to do. Roll for initiative, and Chris, you get a +5.
Oh my god, this is so fucking cool.
Do it, Chris. Eviscerator.
Like +5 total or +5 to my normal
5 to
initiative
normal.
bonus?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
You're a werewolf, man.
Yeah, dude.
You ever play Skyrim?
It's all
Taking
fun and
you off
games to
werewolfing.
take an arrow to the knee.
You're a homebrewed werewolf. There are some rules for converting PCs to werewolves. I didn't like them very much. I think Siri is a very special kind of werewolf.
We just need an epic battle.
35.
35. Og, Julianus, and Tompton.
Well, I thought I was going to be cool when I said 30.
That's so lame.
I know.
Ugh.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have both beaten Shiva and the cutthroat.
Like, yes.
Sirio. Everyone is an enemy to you, but you're face to face right now with this armor-clad woman who's holding a double axe in her hand. What does
I guess
werewolf Sirio do?
in animalistic rage fashion, the nearest person just start trying to rip their guts out.
Okay. 1 second. Let me see if I can find something to help you. I'm wondering if I could give you Kundal's sheet, and maybe you could run his Kundal abilities. That could be fun. Sirio, you're up.
All right, we're gonna try to bite this armor-clad redhead
Oh my gosh.
with a Jaws attack.
Let's go.
And 13 plus 17, 30.
30. Oh my. That is a hit.
All right, we'll do some damage here. Oh, I'm doing melee damage.
What's this all about?
15 plus 9, 24 piercing plus Curse of the Werewolf.
24 piercing. Okay,
What?
fortitude save from Shiva, which she fails.
What?
But gets Curse of the Werewolf. And let's have a little bit more fun, because here's the deal, Syria. You're a sorcerer, and I'm just over
Oh,
here
no.
doing my thing. I think you get a D6 of fire as well. D6 of fire damage as your claws
Fire demon.
are emitting fire as well.
Can we keep this
won't
version of
say no.
Syria?
Right.
It's a 5 fire damage.
Oh my god. So what was the total?
35 total.
35 fire damage from a bite. You got 2 actions left, sir. What do you do?
I'm going to do a little bit of rip and drag.
Yeah, this is a werewolf ability we just pulled out of the book. Go for it, man. Well, what does it do again?
Hit with a Jaws strike on the previous action this round. Chew through the bitten creature as I attempt to overwhelm and attempt an athletics check. But it doesn't
Well, this
say
is how Kundal dragged you off in the
Yeah,
bushes.
this is how he
Yep.
turned into a
Yep.
yeah.
Very fitting.
Are you dragging Shiva back into the cell?
back into the cage.
It's a cage match.
Damn, I had a lot. 28.
Yeah, that's...
No, 26.
And again, what's it against?
26 athletics check against the fort DC.
Again, her fort DC.
My 26.
Okay, you're 26 against her fortitude DC. Okay, her fortitude DC is lower than 26. So that's a success, but not a crit success. So you'll do 5d6 piercing damage, and again expose her to Curse of the Werewolf, and you can reposition the target up to 5 feet into an adjacent square.
All right. So
Pull
yeah,
her
let's,
into the cage. Do 5d6.
It's 17 more piercing damage, and then kind of pull her through the door and place her to my right.
Okay. What's your third action?
Third action, gonna keep going at her with a claw attack.
Nice.
So this is awesome, but this is also terrifying to picture.
Yeah.
Like, this is some horror story stuff going on right now.
28.
That'll hit.
God.
13 slashing.
She's not looking so good.
Yeah, and kind of
She's just took
clawing
six-
at the spot in her stomach where I bit her. Just kind of just trying to
she
rip
took
it all
65 damage just then.
Holy crap.
She's still alive. Ogjulinus and Tomton, it's your turn. You are currently concealed. You are 10 feet away from the cutthroat, who is watching in horror as King Sertova, the werewolf, dragged Shiva, Volodmira's older sister, into the cell and is currently killing her. What do you
Better
do?
close that fucking door
The
again.
Deuce in the Astral Zone is cheering all this on, by the way.
How far away am I from being able to leave this room altogether?
You'd have to walk by the cutthroat.
Oh, I'd have to walk by the cutthroat?
Yeah.
Okay, so he hasn't acted yet, though, right?
No.
Okay, so he's flat-footed to me. I'll go ahead and take a step, so I'm next to him. And then let's let loose... Oh, which one do I want to swing with? I want to swing with the with Thirst, of course.
The Thirst.
I had these out, I assume, when I hid from them coming down. I don't need to draw my weapons.
So you come out from, your weapon's drawn. You come
Okay.
out from under the thing. You walk over to this cutthroat, and Thirst is going out toward. Time stops for a moment,
No.
and that first world gnome
Yeah.
appears, and she whispers in your ear, "This is why you're here."
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Make your
awesome.
attack roll.
Yay. Okay, not great. 24.
That'll hit.
Yay. All right, we're going to
Flat-footed armor class. What class are you, Donnie? Are you a rogue?
I am a rogue.
Oh, he's a rogue.
He's throwing spells, though? He's going to mage hand as a rogue?
Got the gnomes get those.
Oh, they do.
So I'm going to use my Tsunami-Con die to roll my 4d6.
Our local Wichita Tabletop Games Con die. Nice.
My 4d6 plus 2 slashing.
Oh my gosh.
First roll ever is going to be 18 damage.
18
plus
damage.
No, not plus anything. I don't get to do anything with the kukri yet.
Doesn't add a bleed?
I think on a crit.
On a crit.
On a crit.
Yeah.
That's
So if he uses it to kill this human, it gets the cool ability. You got one action left.
Got one action. We're gonna try to hit this guy again.
Do it.
Go for the
Oh,
crit.
you know what? Actually, we're gonna try to aim again. Okay. We're gonna swing. We're gonna go for that natural 20. Not gonna get it. 13.
13. That will miss this cutthroat.
Okay.
Guys, we got two concurrent battles going on right now. Sertova is eminently going to kill Shiva, and I'm ready for a mano-y-mano with Ogjulinus Tomton and this cutthroat, but it might be Dry and Mitchell that are in a little bit more danger down on Main Street. We're going to resolve this next time, guys. Holy crap.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's
Split
awesome.
the party.